Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there, guys. It's never a dull moment in crypto, that is for sure. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now, today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. That is a given on this channel. The settlement that was supposed to happen on the 15th, which is today in the United States, as rumored by Charles Hoskinson. Interesting stuff. We have Donald Trump issuing NFTs, which is just crazy, which is really interesting as well. So I'm going to get into that. And we also have an interview with CZ from Binance, basically absolutely getting destroyed by the host of Squawk Box on CNBC. Wild times. Anyway, I'm going to go through everything. Let's get straight into it. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification as well, because as you can see right here, I love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom. And yes, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. Things are just getting crazy in this space. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, it would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. All right, so make sure you give it a good old thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. I'll wait. Thank you very much. You guys absolutely rock. Also, a little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I do not want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto, all right? So please be careful out there. Do your own research and due diligence. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the formalities are out of the way. Yes, there's a lot happening in the crypto space. So let's go to the community tab. And these were the altcoins up in my portfolio. We had Ravane, Star Atlas, XYO, XDC is an undervalued gem, and of course, Alliance Block. These were the altcoins up in my portfolio. Let's go to quickly CoinSpot here. This is where I personally buy my cryptos in Australia. There is a referral link below. Please feel free to use that. You will get $10 in this coin right here, the OG Bitcoin. And of course, with this stuff, do your own research. All the prices you see here are in Australian dollars. Everything else is set to USD because I'm catering for everybody around the world. And Bitcoin's sitting at $26,000. Okay, it's been literally trading sideways, you know, since the start of this year. So we've had, you know, 24 to 30 to 32, back down now to 24, 25. It's just been in that range. And I honestly believe that the bottom is now in for crypto, really, when you think about it. There's so much FUD. There's so much uncertainty. People are scared. People are angry. Everyone's all over the place. This is the time to settle down, stay calm, and DCA. That's exactly what I'm doing. It's not financial advice, but I'm DCAing into my cryptos every week, just buying a little bit. I'm not worried about the price. I know the utility of crypto and where it's going. Anyway, I'm not going to go through the prices today, but a couple of the coins, obviously Ethereum's at 1900 and XRP's at 57 cents, which is really nice as well. All right, I'm going to go through the news, guys, and let's get straight into it. Now, I've got the Wall Street Bull Patreon linked below. I am putting up all my trades, my buys, my sells, my crypto trading strategies that are absolutely wild. I've done pretty crazy stuff at the moment with trading platforms. I'm not going to disclose it on here, but have a look at it in the Patreon. I also put up all my dividend stock buys and sells, and I think that's very important because it shows my monthly cash flow. Literally, I'm getting paid every single day with that. So it's all in the Patreon. Check it out, guys. You will not regret it. Linked below. Let's go to Crypto Bubbles and see what is happening on the day, ladies and gentlemen. We have Chili's up 7.9% today at 14 cents, which is really good as well. I'm not, too big on that. Obviously, I'm not. I don't even know if that in my portfolio. But anyway, I'm focused on the utility coins, of course. But we have Decred up 6.8% on the day, 6.7% on the week. And again, I'm not invested in Decred, sorry. And we have Bitcoin SV. Sounds like the Lambo. Anyway, 3.5% on the day, which again, not really interested in that. But guys, we do have some incredible buying opportunities just because it's in the red, guys. I mean, like Chainlink, for example, I'm very bullish on Chainlink these days, $6.50. And if we go to the year, $26 at the beginning of the year, can't complain about that. So it is on sale. Quant is down 2.5%. $123 at the beginning of the year, currently trading at $120 right now. Again, oh, sorry, that's on the day. Let's go to the year, 195. There you go. This has been one of the only altcoins that's literally remained very, very strong throughout this bear market when you think about it. But I did load up when it was around about this time. No, sorry, it was around about 60 US dollars around this time. So when was that? That was July, correct. And then I did buy that. And I'm still up on my investment because, again, it's currently sitting at 120. I wish I had have bought more, but everything's always good in hindsight, as we always say. And that is pretty much it, guys. And yes, XRP's down 0.5% today. Yeah, this is one here, guys. There's a lot of hate going on with XRP, but I just want to point out there's a news article that one of my Twitter followers, I believe his name is Jay, so shout out to you. He sent me an interesting article and a report from the Reserve Bank of Australia. I'm going to go through that, guys, so stick around. So let's get into it, guys. But co-founder, Cardano's founder, Charles Hoskinson said he might end up with egg on his face if the Ripple lawsuit resolution doesn't come, and that is today. Now, Charles Hoskinson obviously has admitted that he will end up with egg on his face if there is no settlement in the lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple this Thursday, today in the United States, because we're a day ahead here. We're in the future. Hoskinson said that he had heard rumors about a possible settlement between the SEC and Ripple. In fact, he named the specific date, December 15th, while predicting that the outcome of a 2-year-long court case would have disastrous consequences for the cryptocurrency industry. After Hoskinson's seemingly offhanded comment ignited plenty of speculation right here, he clarified that it was just a rumor he picked up from another unnamed source. Anyway, earlier this week, cryptocurrency-friendly politician January Walker warned that the potential settlement in the Ripple case could have dire consequences for the broader crypto industry. James K. Phelan, the former federal prosecutor who had been closely tracking the Ripple case for a long time, which he has been, predicted that the case would be resolved on or before March 31st. Which I think is more of a reasonable outcome given that it's Christmas next week. Anyway, hence it is highly unlikely that the lawsuit will be resolved before the end of the year. And again, CEO Brad Garlinghouse, legend himself, predicted that the lawsuit would be resolved in the first half of 2023. Garlinghouse also previously mentioned that the SEC would have to recognize XRP as a non-security for a potential settlement. So again, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here, guys, but there is a lot of, whales accumulating XRP. I mean, look at this. Whale accumulation paints bullish picture for XRP. Look, XRP whales have taken advantage of the price decline recorded in the crypto market to fill up their bags. Absolute facts. This is what people don't understand. You don't buy when the market's going sky high, when everyone's FOMOing in, fear of missing out, for those of you who don't know what the hell that means. But you buy when the market is in absolute turmoil and chaos. And I've done this personally with my stock portfolio with ExxonMobil. That was my biggest play that I've ever made in my life. It was ridiculous. I made over 104% return. Wild. And these large investors have been rapidly buying up the tokens and increasing the percentage of supply. They hold. In the last month, the holdings of these large whales have seen a significant uptick, sending their cumulative total holdings to one of the highest it has ever been. Gobbling up coins. There you go. And again, I just want to point out, this is just one part of what Ripple is doing, and this is why I'm so bullish on. Not only is it going after cross-border payments, instantaneous settlements, trade finance, cross-border payments, CBDCs, on-demand liquidity. It's just and real estate. Once this taps into real estate, forget it. It's going to be enormous. But Ripple to save 8 billion people, which is the entire world's population, worldwide with sustainable blockchain technology and XRP. Climate change experts believe that Ripple XRP Ledger has the ability to differentiate between low-quality value-added carbon credits, which is interesting. So Ripple is building a portfolio of long-term additive science-based carbon credits that would cater to Ripple's commitment to hitting net zero by 2030. Now, I just want to point out this 2030 thing with net zero. I mean, you've got cars being, diesel or something like that, fossil fuel, whatever. Cars being stopped in 2030 in Los Angeles, I believe it was. And there's a lot of stuff with carbon credits as well. And I'm looking at another project, and this is not a paid promotion at all, but there was one other token, Energy Web, which is partnered with the Australian government as well. And I believe this is all sort of tied in with Ripple. I remember doing a video last year on this. But anyway, so carbon credits, net zero, that's a no-brainer. It really is. Now, it's all there in front of you. Now, thank you, Jay, for this. And again, this is the Governor Philip Lowe here in Australia, right? So, Reserve Bank Governor. So this is huge. I went through this before, but there was a keynote address at the Australian Payments Network Summit in 2022. This was posted on the 14th of December, 2 days ago. But it's really interesting, guys, and I will link it below in the description so you can have a read of it. But thank you for the invitation to speak at the AusPayNet's annual summit. It is a privilege to be with you again. The world of payments is changing rapidly. It is a world of innovation, a changing business models, and an investment that is reshaping our financial system. So it is an exciting time in the world of payments. The Reserve Bank has a broad mandate to help shape the changing world so that it works in the best interests of Australian households and businesses. And this is happening around the world. It's not just Australia, but we do this through the combination of suasion, regulation, and working with industry participants to help overcome coordinated issues that can be medieval payment systems. We can also directly, support innovation. We reasonably can, and we are working with the government to make sure that the regulatory architecture is fit for purpose. Now, going down here, guys, lower payment costs for merchants through competition right here, guys. So again, this is going through like all the credit card providers: American Express, MasterCard, Visa, Visa Debit, MasterCard, Visa Credit. All right, so this is all sort of merchant fees are reducing as well. So this goes through some pretty interesting graphs, all right? Now, I just want to go to some really interesting ones. So value of cash withdrawals. Look at this. ATM withdrawals are dropping like crazy. Debit card cash outs right here are dropping also. By 2020, they just slammed down. And look at this. It's just been on a flat decline. It's steady decline over the years. Now, going to this one is, well, banknotes in circulation per capita. All right. So that's a $100 note. All right. You've got a $50 note. And those of us in Australia that go and withdraw money from out the ATMs, you will never get a $100 note. You will not. You have to go to the bank and you've got to request it. But it's interesting to see that the most number of notes is the $50 note. Then you've got $20, $10, $5. So the $10 is the least in circulation, but the 100 is also up there with the 50, which is really interesting statistics, all right? And then you've got mobile wallet transactions, okay? So debit, total, credit. This is going up. So what does that tell you? It's basically showing you that mobile payments are going up, so it's going digital, okay? Now, moving down here, guys, cost of acceptance by merchant size. You got a significant amount of money here, guys, that it's being accepted here by, obviously you can see here, merchant size based on annual value of EFTPOS, MasterCard, and Visa transactions, which is interesting. But where it gets really interesting down here, guys, so Australia's fast payment systems, look at this. So the second broad issue I want to talk about is the need to continue to build architecture of Australia's fast payment system, the NPP. The NPP is now available to the customers of more than 110 financial institutions and is used to make around a quarter of all account-to-account payments. Over the past year, the NPP processed over 1 billion transactions worth more than $1 trillion, and usage continues to grow. Overall, take-up fast payments by Australians compares favourably with similar systems in other advanced economies. So again, $1 trillion, all right? Now, keep scrolling down. It gets really interesting here. But cheaper and faster cross-border payments. Now, XRP Ripple, XLM, XDC, IOTA, Algorand, Hedera, Quant, they're all part of this. They are all part of this. But the third broad issue is addressing the cost and speed of cross-border payments. The G20 countries have committed to making cross-border payments cheaper, faster, and more transparent and more accessible. Australia needs to play its role. The cost of international payments is too high. This is a particular problem for our neighbours in the South Pacific, where too often people with low incomes face very high charges for sending money back home. Progress is being made in this area, but it is slow. In part, this progress is coming about of increased competition with a number of cheaper digital non-bank money transfer operators entering the market and pushing down costs. We know what these people, these companies and projects are. We know them. I talk about it every day. There has also been an improvement in transparency through the improved online calculators that show the total cost, including all fees and FX markups, following the ACCC's guidance published a few years ago. In addition, some of Australia's largest banks are now waiving fees on some transactions in the South Pacific. Anyway, So there is a lot more to be done, and we need assistance from Australia's financial institutions to make further improvements. One current issue is the speed of cross-border payments. According to the data from SWIFT, more than 80% of the time taken for a cross-border payment to reach Australian recipient is due to the final Australian dollar leg. A number of other comparable countries process incoming payments more quickly, including some similar time zones. We need to do better here. This is what Ripple is going on now. A related development to the adoption of Iso20022 messaging format, which will replace the legacy Swift message format, in time, use of the richer, internationally harmonized messaging system should lower the cost and speed up payment times. It's right in front of your eyeballs right here. Central bank digital currencies. It's going through all of that, guys. Modernizing the regulatory regime. It's right here. It's right in front of your face. This is all happening right now in front of us. Anyway, I'll link it below. Have a read of that. And a trader who sold Bitcoin at the top returns to the crypto markets, accumulating Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and again, one other altcoin. I don't even know what that is. But, you know, it's absolute facts. Now, look at this. If it can hold the line, Donald says that he'll be a hyper bullish on the leading digital asset, but we kind of have to hope that this daily green candle holds. You don't want to be trading anywhere below as it starts looking fishy. As long as it does hold, I'm going to be hyper bullish. And again, he's accumulating Bitcoin and all the top, altcoins as well, guys. And it's just absolute facts. I mean, this is the time to accumulate. It's not the time to be flooded out of the market, that's for sure. Now, interesting stuff on Donald Trump. He's released an NFT collection. No BS, right? I couldn't believe this. But the former US president is selling $99 digital trading cards that show him as a superhero, astronaut, and more. There is a video on my channel. I will go through that. It's full on. And again, Binance's Zhao defends exchange during a CNBC grilling. And I'm going to play this for you as well now on Twitter. Just quickly go to cryptometer.io, see where the money has been flowing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go here. Let me just wait for this to refresh. It's got a mind of its own, this thing, really. Okay, come on. The internet's slow. All right, so you've got XML Monero, you've got Ethereum, ADA, you've got Polkadot, XLM bullish, XRP, which is nice. Hedera there. Hasn't been up there for a while. That's where the money's been flying. Now, let's get into all the juicy stuff on Twitter. And again, I'm at the Wall Street Bull Aus. Make sure you go follow me on that. This I'm giving away. This is a solid silver bull ring right here. It's valued at $2,500. I will be giving this away when I hit 100,000 subs. Now, Australia to launch new cryptocurrency regulation framework in 2023 to modernise finance system. Jim Chalmers right here, the Australian Treasurer. It's going to be very interesting. Now, this is the interview with CZ and from Binance. Have a look at this and how he gets destroyed on CNBC, all right? Have a look at this.
Dollars to give away.
We want to be transparent. We want to set the golden standard for reliability, solidness in this space.
So do it. Would you be able to handle it if somebody asked you for $2.1 billion back? Would that be okay? Would you be able to still withstand?
Watch her face.
We're financially okay.
Including you have $2.1 billion to give away. If somebody came to claw that back, you'd still be fine?
We'll let the lawyers handle it. We are financially strong.
That's real. That's real. That's not fake. Unbelievable. There's another interview right here. I'm going to play this as well. This is CZ. Have a listen to this.
Yesterday, Kevin O'Leary testified in front of the Senate, and he was asked where did the money go, meaning the FTX money. And he suggested that one place that the money may have gone is, in fact, to you. When Sam Bankman-Fried, back in the summer of 21, effectively bought out your stake in the company. How concerned are you that that money will be clawed back? Are you prepared to hand it back to creditors if, in fact, they were to ask? And was it paid to you in U.S. dollars, in some other kind of currency?
Well, first of all, I think Calvin O'Leary, he's making a bunch of nonsense claims, and they don't make sense. They don't make any logic. He shouldn't be making those claims as a celebrity investor. I'm actually very surprised that he's able to omit a lot of different things and make some really specific targeted things. For example, in that interview with you guys, that in the same interview, he said the entire record from his account on FTX, the entire records are gone. He's not concerned about that. He just picks up the phone and calls SBF. He's not concerned about the fact that the platform records for users are gone. He's not concerned about other users. How many people can pick up the phone and call SBF? And he says he was talking with SBF up until the point that SBF was arrested.
Yeah.
That's an indicator of a very special relationship.
Yeah, I see your point, and I don't think the problems that existed at FTX were simply any back and forth between your two firms. It definitely led to the disclosure that there had been money that was taken, but that disclosure raises lots of questions about firms like yours. Have you done the same? Has there ever been commingled funds? Have you ever taken any of the clients' funds and done anything with them? And again, why should we believe you? Because Sam Bankman-Fried told everybody, no, that hasn't happened, and he tweeted a lot of the same stuff that you've been tweeting in recent days, which I think gets back to this idea of show me the money.
Yeah, so let's get back to show me the money part. So Calvin omitted the fact that there's no records. That's not a problem to him. So he just want to talk to Sam and believe whatever Sam says. He doesn't want to look at the records. And if you look, and he wants to omit all the small spendings, $50 million, $200 million. $200 million is small spending. That's very convenient. He says he didn't know that Binance was a shareholder of FTX. So he invested in FTX without looking at the cap table. But he was very specific in the way he counts for a transaction 2 years ago. So that's kind of contradictory. So I think Calvin's a liar. So I think he's lying about a bunch of stuff. So that's his problem. To us, we want to be transparent. We want to set the golden standard for reliability.
Interesting stuff, man. That's getting pretty full on there. Who knows? Who knows if he took out the competition? But again, Sam Bankman-Fried is in a whole world of trouble now because, again, $8 billion of people's money. He should not have played with that. Anyway, this is what happens in that level. I mean, just look at the amount of money they're talking as well. $50 to $200 million. It's crazy. We've got another update in relation to the Ripple lawsuit as well. Attorney Rodrigo Sierra right here has filed a motion to appear pro-hack Vice on behalf of the amicus curiae Paradigm Operations LP. Go and have a look at that as well. New partnerships for Ripple as well are underway with our payment solution, Lemonway, and Zarbit's right here, if you how do you pronounce it, I don't know, but can make real-time global payments easier than ever for their customers. Bullish as anything right here. Crypto.com has received a payments license from the Central Bank of Brazil. That is insane. The SEC meeting is still going on in the main office. Now, thank you, Hassan, for this one. In Washington, and a discussion about the settlement to get out of the impasse of the Hinman emails. And the twin investors right here. This is an actual Sunshine Act notice right here. There is a meeting taking place literally at 2 p.m. on Thursday, December 15th, 2022. The meeting will be held via remote means and the Commission's headquarters, again in Washington. And there are institution and settlement injunctive actions, institution and settlement administrative proceedings, resolution of litigation claims, and other matters relating to examinations and enforcement proceedings. Maybe something could come out of that. And again, we're not going to know. It will be leaked. Honestly, it will. So we'll see what happens right now. The Federal Reserve is developing a new interbank 24/7, 365 real-time gross settlement RTGS service with integrated clearing functionality called FedNow service. That is it's an incredible article. Go and have a read of that on my Twitter page. Serious question, why is Sam Bankman-Fried dressed up? Who knows? And this is crazy as well. A theory that SBF was taken into custody before the congressional hearing. Have a listen to this.
Gary Gensler. Some say he has a very cozy relationship with Alameda Research, which it looks like has commingled funds with FTX.
Yeah, and not just Alameda Research, but Sam Bankman-Fried himself. And I think that's a big part of the timing, frankly. I mean, it's all speculation at this point. But the best theory I have is that the SEC and others didn't want SBF to give his own version of, so what were you doing with Gary Gensler and the Securities and Exchange Commission with all these meetings and all this interaction that you've had with regulators? And he would have been able to give his side of that. The regulators, the SEC, Gary Gensler and others wouldn't have been able to filter the questions, and they didn't know where that was going to go. So I think that's part of what drove some of the timing. You
got to agree to that, honestly. Anyway, so this is an interesting one here. I don't understand how Kevin O'Leary can claim that they have lost $15 million in FTX when the entire $15 million was given to him by Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, to pump FTX. Kevin's only loss is his reputation. A lot of people who aren't nearly as rich lost hard-earned money due to his endorsement. Again, that's true. And again, over $878 billion was wiped out from the US stock market today. That is a beautiful buying opportunity. Just saying, not financial advice. The fear and greed index is sitting at 31. And again, there's been a filing today in the case, and that was basically the whole thing with Paradigm. So that is pretty much it. Now we go to total market cap, guys. $848 billion, $35 billion in volume is very, very low. Okay, this is the time when I love to accumulate. No BS, all right? So again, my portfolio is all here, guys. And again, it's in the Patreon. I put it up all the time. But these are the coins I'm focusing on right now. Ethereum, XRP, ADA, AVAX, Link, XLM, Algorand, Quant, Hedera, IOTA, Casper, XDC, LCX, and Alliance Block because it's partnered with Quant and Hedera. It's a no-brainer. That is it. So that is my update today, guys. Again, I'm not being fudded out by anything in these current markets and news because I know the real utility of it. It's coming. Iso20022 migration is happening right now. Okay, so things are going to start transitioning to the new financial system, the QFS system. Go look it up. Anyway, thanks, guys. Join the Patreon. Follow me on social media platforms below. Speak to you tomorrow. I'm losing my mind. Peace out, guys. Bye.